From Delaware's most award-winning radio news team, this is WDEL Video News. Here's Chris Carl.
Among Delaware's top stories for Tuesday, February 6th, the reports out of Detroit say Chrysler will close its Newark plant. A man accused of killing a UD student yells at a witness. And how to start your cold car. Here are the details. Reports out of Detroit say job cuts could close the Newark Chrysler assembly plant. According to published reports, a secret restructuring plan called Project X will make Daimler Chrysler a smaller, more efficient automaker. Bill Vlasic, automotive reporter for the Detroit News, says the changes will bring Chrysler closer to its German parent company and the Mercedes-Benz division.
Other part of it is cutting capacity. They're just not selling enough cars and trucks to support all the assembly plants they have in the United States, and there's going to be a shakeout, and it appears that Newark is going to be a plant without a product.
Judy McKinney-Cherry, head of the Delaware Office of Economic Development, would only confirm they expect to receive an update from the company February 14th, when Daimler Chrysler will reveal their latest earnings report. The James Cook murder trial ended early yesterday after the defendant challenged the testimony of a witness. In addition to break-ins at two homes in Newark, Cook is accused of rape and murder of University of Delaware sophomore Lindsey Bonestall in May of 2005. On the stand yesterday, a victim of a break-in said she was awakened by a man demanding money in her bedroom the day before Bonestall was killed. As she told jurors she screamed for her roommate, Cook stood up and said she's lying and said he was being set up. Guards led Cook away, and testimony ended for the day. Well, these freezing temperatures will take a toll on your car. AAA Mid-Atlantic has taken thousands of calls from people whose car batteries have died. A car battery loses 60% of its strength at 0 degrees. If you're worried about it, AAA suggests you stopping at your garage soon to get your battery checked, and you may have to replace it if it's 3 to 5 years old. Also, make sure your tires are inflated properly and pack your car with blankets and other items to keep warm in case your car breaks down. DuPont says it will stop using a controversial chemical. WDEL News continues in a moment.
As you look for your college experience, make sure you look at Wilmington College, your key to success.
DuPont says it plans to stop using a potentially dangerous chemical 1 year after accepting a government challenge. The company says it plans to stop using the chemical PFOA used to make Teflon by 2015. The Environmental Protection Agency asked the chemical giant and 7 other companies to commit to a 95% reduction in environmental emissions and product content levels of PFOA and associated chemicals by 2010 and work toward a complete elimination by 2015. While studies continue, DuPont maintains there were no human health effects known to be caused by PFOA and that Teflon-coated cookware is safe. An EPA Science Advisory Board last year concluded that PFOA should be classified as a likely carcinogen. Investigators are working to figure out what started a fire last night in the Belvedere area. The occupants of a home on Duncan Road near Falkland Road were alerted to the fire shortly before 10 p.m. when they smelled smoke and heard a smoke detector going off in a second-floor room. They made it out safely. It took firefighters from Mill Creek and 5 other companies about a half an hour to douse the flames. Lawmakers in Middletown consider a plan that will bring more than 70,000 square feet of office space and retail business to town. WDEL's Curtis Gray reports.
Conceptual plans for redevelopment were heard during a public hearing for 2 separate projects Monday night, a 2-story 35,000 square foot building on Peterson Road and a 3-story medical office building on the old lumber yard on Wood Street. Developer Jeff Lang says the projects are pedestrian-friendly and will add to the attractiveness of the area.
We have a great deal of additional green space and a lot of trees. Hopefully will improve that corner. And we feel this is a very important corner, as you would if you, obviously being town members and residents, this is kind of your gateway from 301.
Susan Love is hoping for flexibility for the developers when it comes to parking spaces.
And sometimes this constrains redevelopment projects. So I asked the council this evening to be very flexible with parking requirements and to consider off-street parking and even allow fewer parking spaces than normally required.
Lang hopes to begin construction on the Peterson Street project this year if council approves the project. I'm Curtis Gray, 1150 AM, WDEL.
Del Tech kicked off its annual observance of African American History Month, paying tribute to a Delaware native noted for serving his country. WDEL's Carl Konevsky with the story.
This year's honoree is Brigadier General Ernest Talbert, Vice Commander of the Delaware Air National Guard. Talbert says it's important for African American children to learn their heritage, but believes his stronger message goes to adults.
The adults today need to not forget and to get engaged in the lives of these young kids and show them that things can be different and that the world is broader than just a neighborhood.
Regan Hicks Goldstein, Dean of Student Services, says remembering the important roles played by African Americans over the years is only half the lesson for students.
African American History Month is not just a history lesson, it's something that's ongoing, it's something that's happening now. And this is our heritage. It's so important that they see role models and that they see African Americans in these positions.
Talbert's career includes serving as a command pilot with over 6,500 flying hours, including combat time in Operation Desert Storm and the Balkans conflict. Reporting from Stanton, I'm Carl Konevsky, 1150 AM, WDEL.
The Sixers hold their breath and win. WDEL Sports said your Delaware AccuWeather forecast coming up.
You could spend your money at the gas pump, or you could spend it on those sexy pumps at your favorite store. Let Dart do the driving.
I do all my shopping with Dart. It's the most convenient way to shop at the outlets, and it saves me money.
Now save even more. Get up to 40% off with a discounted Dart card online at dartfirststate.com or at your local Acme Market.
At this rate, with the money I save riding Dart, I'll have a new pair of shoes every week.
Travel smart. Choose Dart.
I'm Peter MacArthur.
I'm Melanie Armstrong, and here are Delaware's top stories at the top of the hour.
The most complete coverage of the news that matters in Delaware every weekday morning, 5:30 to 9 on 1150 AM WDEL.
In WDEL Sports, Vince Carter missed out at the buzzer as the Sixers head on to beat New Jersey 198 in overtime. Andre Iguodala continues his breakthrough plays, 3 points, handing out 15 assists and grabbing 7 rebounds. The Sixers won for the 5th time in their last 8 games. In Delaware State battle effort that doomed his Hornets to a 54-40 loss to Morgan State. The Bears shot 56% from the floor and out-rebounded the Hornets 34-23 as they ended Delaware State's 22-game home winning streak. The MEAC-leading Hornets dropped to 9-2 in conference play. Delaware has sun mixing with clouds, a high 24 today, but wind chills will be in the single digits. Tonight, mostly cloudy with some flurries around, a low 15. Tomorrow, clouds giving way to some sunshine and a high of 29. Good news updates throughout the day. Delaware's top stories at the top of the hour on 1150 AM WDEL or anytime right here at WDEL.com, including news video from Delaware and around the world from WDEL and the Associated Press. I'm Chris Carl. Thanks for watching.